From ABC7, Hillary Clinton's Epstein deposition briefly delayed over a leaked photo. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's testimony had to be briefly halted due to conservative commentator Benny Johnson posting a picture from the closed-door testimony. Johnson posted a picture on social media of Hillary Clinton testifying under oath in front of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. He said that Colorado GOP Rep. Lauren Boebert was the one who gave him the picture. Breaking the first image of Hillary Clinton testifying under oath about Jeffrey Epstein to the Republican Oversight Committee is what Johnson wrote. And you can see there's his tweet. One of Clinton's advisors said that the testimony had to be temporarily off the record while they figured out where the photo came from and why possibly members of Congress are violating House rules, according to Politico. In the past, Clinton said that she doesn't have any information on disgraced financier Epstein or his associate Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein was convicted of sex trafficking minors in 2019, the same year he died in prison. Do you guys think it's a good idea to take pictures in a closed session of Congress?
Why is this news?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, because it's Hillary Clinton and it's Jeffrey Epstein. Those two things are big news all the time.
But it's not a photo of those two together.
No.
Is this how much of a problem is this for Lauren Boebert? Is this a slap on the wrist?
Yeah, I don't think they wouldn't censure her or
So
do
it's
anything.
like
It'd be like
everything's legal for a fee. Like as long as you're okay with taking the punishment, they go ahead and do that.
well, I mean that's everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean like tolls or suggestions if you don't mind paying the
you got the money.
Yeah, exactly. Speed limit's just a suggestion. I mean most things, especially if they're not violent crimes, most things are just suggestions if you don't mind a fine.
Was it Hillary that said time out, the photo leaked?
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't say who actually decided. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if whoever was running the hearing actually, the word got to them and they're like, hold on, we have to stop this and find out who it was, so that way we can mark it down in the calendar that they need a slap on the wrist or something.
When was the last time she was in any type of government hearing?
Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
It's probably been like 7 or 8 years because it was about, or maybe even longer because it was about her.
It is Rumble wallets. Guys, you're tired of people banning you, blocking you, shutting you down? They want you to own nothing and be happy. Well, Rumble Wallet is a non-custodial means of holding value, storing value, and transferring it to other people, trading. So if you're watching on Rumble and you want to tip, you can use the Rumble Wallet. Rumble's the only company that has stood the test of time, deserving our support in fighting for free speech and freedom to transact and exist as we want. Banks can cancel your account. They can freeze your card. That's why Rumble has launched the Rumble Wallet. It's a wallet that no one can cancel. Supporters can use to instantly tip creators like us here at Timcast without any middleman taking cuts. You control your money, not a bank, not a government, not a tech company, not even Rumble can touch it. It's yours, only yours to protect your future and your family. You can buy and save digital assets like Bitcoin and Tether Gold in one place. Tether Gold is real gold on the blockchain with ownership of physical gold bars. It's not only a wallet to buy and save, but also allows you to support your favorite creators by easily tipping them with a click of a button. And there will be no fees when you tip my channel or others when we receive that tip instantly, unlike other platforms where you got to wait for payouts or there's a lot taken out. So support the show and check out the Rumble Wallet. Make sure you guys download it by going to wallet.rumble.com. Download it today, open an account, step away from the big banks, use wallet.rumble.com, or you can search for them in the App Store. Shout out, Rumble Wallet.
Her emails was probably the last time that she had a session of Congress where she was
it that long ago?
answering. Yeah, I think so. I'm off the top of my head at least.
Yeah. Benghazi stuff. I remember that.
Benghazi was
even farther.
Yeah, Benghazi was before that. So
Back
I mean,
she had makeup professionally done.
Yeah, right. I don't think this matters at all.
Well, no, the weird thing about it is you see stories like this, and I know that a lot of the people in Congress, I think it was you, Phil, that was pointing, maybe it was somebody else that was pointing out that like you expect more from senators than you do from people in Congress, right? So is the idea here that Lauren Boebert's like, I'm just going to get my name in the press by leaking this photo to Benny Johnson, and she just took it as a risk versus reward analysis?
I don't know that she was thinking about the press. I think she's thinking about, this will be something. I mean, maybe it is.
It doesn't expose anything.
No, it doesn't. It could be. I don't know.
Distraction.
I don't know if her and Benny are friends. If her and Benny are friends, Benny could have said, "Hey, snap me a pic so I can tweet it." I don't know though.
Give you credit as
yeah, exactly right.
People were very upset that this was a closed door hearing, so maybe this is Boebert's way of protesting closed door hearings. They're like, no, let's just make the world know that Hillary Clinton is being deposed today.
I mean, that actually.
Yeah, but they already know she is. What are they, is the idea here that they're going to send in a fake person and they have to have a photo of it to prove that it's real? Otherwise, it just
her
feels like a
double, her
distraction.
body double.
Yeah.
No, but I think that Boebert was concerned this was going to be behind closed doors, going to get swept under the rug, and everyone was going to deny it, like forget about it. And she's like, I do not want to forget about this moment. No, make it noise, make it a big deal.
That she actually showed up. Is that what you're talking about?
Just that Hillary Clinton's being deposed on Epstein, like they tried to do it behind the closed doors for a reason, and Boebert was probably like, fuck that.
I mean, maybe maybe there's some substance to that, like. The idea of having photos of Hillary Clinton getting, reading the riot act by Congress or being questioned by Congress makes Hillary Clinton look bad. It's red meat for Republicans. They love to see Clinton sweat, So, I mean, maybe that's got.
So are we going to see a photo of Bill now?
In the blue dress.
Oh,
It's where your mind's where I'm at, Brett.
one of you guys has to say.
You ever seen that photo of Hillary Clinton when she's in like the rundown apartment and she just looks disgusted and freaked out? I love that photo.
She looks confused. She's like,
literally look like
Where's
all
the
the
rest of the
apartments I
kitchen?
lived in when I was in my 20s.
That's what I meant by the professional makeup.
Yeah.
Because when she was campaigning, I mean, it was a complete difference overnight
Yeah.
between how her hair was done, how her makeup was done. All of a sudden, she went back to, oh, this is who I really am. It was like the physical masking.
Carter brought up the picture. I mean, she looks her age.
Aged.
She's looking her age. I don't know how old she's. I think she's like in her
Pretty
70s.
old.
Yeah.
74. What's the guess? Taking bets on Hillary's age. 72.
The only thing I
70.
thought when that before and after the campaign thought, I'm like, man, my tax dollars, or donor dollars went to
Botox.
Yeah, Botox and hair and makeup. Not while she was campaigning. That was donor dollars, but when she was in office, it's like who
She's
paid-
78.
Really? Wow.
So does that mean she looks good for her age then?
No, but if Elad were here, you might make that argument.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's constantly thirsting for Hillary.
He's big on it.
Wait, for what? What? Is that a real thing?
Well, no, he says that when she was younger, she was very.
Yeah, they say she looked like Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter looks like Hillary Clinton when she was younger.
I mean,
That hot.
I don't think Sabrina Carpenter's all that hot.
Oh, really?
She's
Yeah, she's all right.
she's
Neither
pretty,
was
but
Hillary when she was young.
was that?
Neither was Hillary when she
Yeah, I don't think so. That's why I brought it
They're
up. 'cause
rewriting
Elad's
history.
kind of crazy.
This is like Hillary was kind of like a poster child for the military-industrial complex in 2016, 17, 18, and everybody is kind of like, I think they want their vengeance now. They just want to see Hillary Clinton pay, and it's like, bro, she's such a pawn in this whole world power thing. Like
That's not what people think, though.
Yeah, they don't think she's
That's-
on.
They think that
Maybe
she's
she's a
the
rook
she
or a
thinks
knight.
they think that she's like the queen.
Actually, I think this actually a good point to this might be the fact that the Epstein files have become such a divisive issue within the Republican Party that trying to refocus it around somebody that's a Democrat is a good thing for people in Congress
Could
who are
be.
looking to kick the can down the line, and not have to deal with it, blowing up the Republican Party like it has been the last couple of months.
Yeah, we dug into it, and there are actually no photos of Hillary Clinton with Jeffrey Epstein. So it's possible that she didn't really know him that well. It's possible that maybe she met him at a dinner or whatever, but that not long enough to stand for a photo op or whatever. Now, obviously, Bill Clinton, that's a totally different story. And so people are like, make the assumption, well, Bill knew him, but then again, the reasons that Bill knew him. Maybe Hillary wasn't around.
Yeah, there was no reason for her to be there.
Yeah, it's like, in fact,
She wasn't invited.
Yeah.
definitely not
He
invited.
was on one of those boys' trips that he was doing.
honey, I need you here.
Yeah. Or
I wasn't surprised that she stayed with Bill when he got a blowjob in the Oval Office, because it was Bill Clinton, he was the president, and like, wife stands by her man, but damn, that probably just wrecked their relationship. Bill off womanizing, Hillary just dealing with it, getting bitter.
They'd say that it wasn't a relationship to begin with. A lot of them are matters of political convenience.
Yeah.
They're basically like arranged marriages in politics.
Like royals. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there were a lot of like videos that came out after the things were made public where there was distance between them. You could kind of tell, but Bill's philandering was well known long before Monica Lewinsky, long before it became national news. I mean, there were rumors of Bill when he was in Arkansas,
As a
right?
governor,
Yeah. So that was kind of par for the course for good old Slick Willie.
Regarding, I heard that
Did you just come up with that now? That was great.
Ghislaine attended Chelsea Clinton's wedding in 2013 or something.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I just read that.
She did make some remarks. I'm not sure where I saw it, but I'm not sure if it might be over here, and I don't want to turn away. But she made some remarks about her about being an acquaintance of Ghislaine.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, it's like Bill's out on boys' trips with Epstein, and Ghislaine is out on girls' trips with Hillary.
Ghislaine was literally being like she was being the wingman. She's like, let me take care of your wife. You go have fun.
I wouldn't be surprised too if because Epstein was dealing with such dark stuff that Bill's like, Hillary, you're never going to be any part of this part of my life. I'm going off to do the dirtiest deals with the darkest money. I don't want you anywhere near it.
I don't think Bill was looking for
You're
money.
attributing chivalry now to Bill.
Yeah.
Or like just if this ever gets blown up in the press, I don't want you connected to him. Like that kind of thing.
Well, that's awfully nice of him.
Yeah.
It was that way.
Bill, the altruist Clinton.
I think most people look at it as
alone on the island with Epstein and his girls.
I think most people would look at it as the other way around, whereas she would be the one who's maneuvering him like a pawn in working behind the scenes to get him where he needs to go as a politician, because he's too, her idea might be he's not smart enough to do it on his own. He's the good face of the Democratic Party at the time, but he doesn't necessarily have the ruthlessness that it takes to succeed in politics.
He's the
so
guy with
she
the
is the
charisma.
ruthless one, and he's the face of the movement.
Yeah, if I understand correctly, people that have met Bill Clinton, they're like, it makes perfect sense that he was the president. When you meet him, it feels it's same thing said about Barack Obama and stuff. Like when you meet him, and also same thing said about Donald Trump. He remembers your name. You feel like there's no one else in the room. Yeah. It's like he's talking
that's a
directly
dangerous
to you.
thing.
Oh yeah.
When who was it that came here? Larry Elder came to Timcast for the second time. He shook my hand and said my name. I'm like, there's no way. I met him for 10 seconds the time before, when they were leaving, and he came. He said, "Hey Brett, how's it going?" So there's only thing I can think is somebody in the car was like, "These are the people that work there," so that you can remember their name. And I was like, that was crazy to me. I'm like, that was actually made me less trustful.
I did that in theater school. I used to do that when I would be like a sophomore. When all the new freshmen would come in, all their headshots would be on the wall. I'd just go in the room and stare at the wall for 20 minutes at all the headshots and names and memorize faces and names, because it's such an important part of that industry.
Yeah.
It's memorizing.
I could never be a politician. I can't
Just an
remember
important
anybody's
part
name.
of power.
Yeah.
Right.
Psychological. Your name is an anchor point in your brain. So when somebody says it, all of a sudden you are hooked. I mean, there's studies about this stuff.
That way they have the hostage negotiator constantly say your name when they're
absolutely.
Yeah, it's
100%.
an anchor point.
People say that to control a demon, if you know its name, you can control it, like in mythology, And so demons will hide their names because probably that very power, that intrinsic vibration that pulls you and changes you. Just hearing that sound.
That went to a weird place, man.
It does.
It's only going farther from here.
We're only getting started.
We're only 15 minutes in.
Ian's driving the car. We're all passengers.
Vibration.
Ian's driving the
We'll
car.
get to resonation later, where the field itself moves. But let's just.
That's why I will never hold office. I,
I
can't
guess
remember
it's not
anybody's
that big
name.
of a gap, right? We went from Hillary Clinton to demons. So
Yeah, that actually
Can't remember a
doesn't make
demon's name if it doesn't give you the right one.
Control the
so.
name.
sense. Yeah, that's true.
You ever ask someone for their name and they won't tell you because they're afraid?
No.
I mean, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
No. So, I mean,
study photos on
By
the
the
wall,
way,
bro.
the what you were just talking about, I've actually attributed Ian at having that same power. Where the day I met Ian, I said everybody in your life should look at you the way Ian looks at you when you're talking for the first time, because it's like nothing else in the world exists. That's a skill set.
Well, you were saying awesome stuff too. You were really informative and explaining a bunch of stuff to me.
But that's important to be able to give somebody your full attention.
being present.
Yeah, I still remember what Ian said to me the first day I came to work here and was like, "Welcome home," and I never forgot that. My mom loved it too. She's like, "I like Ian."
First thing Ian ever said to me was the N word. So
You want to do it again, man? If we were online right now.
I'm lying. That's not true. It's not true at all.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Grades.
So yeah, I mean, look, I don't think this is actually even really big news, so I feel like we can kind of move on. We covered it because it was kind of like the thing that was all over the headlines and stuff. But yeah, there's not really any significant substance. Nothing was really said in the.
Does she have multiple days she has to testify, or is it just this one day?
I don't know. Okay. I think that the committee decides that.
Okay.
They feel like they get through and all the questions are answered and everyone gets
She
their
released
time.
a statement after. I saw that today too, and it was just a bunch of why did you do this? Why did you have me come in? I'm summarizing, but it was more of you allowed all these other people to skip this hearing and just provide a written statement. I provided a written statement too. So she was saying this was nothing but politics, of course. That's why you dragged me in here. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, you're right.
Yes,
yeah, she's
exactly.
right. You know, I mean,
Well, you're a politician, so that follows.
You're one of the most powerful people in the world. You're arguably the most powerful woman in the world. Yes, it was politics.
It all goes back to that comment that Trump said in one of the first campaign. Yeah, because he'd be in jail.
You'd be in jail.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.